story. She was weirded out by that person. He just stood there almost as if he was waiting for someone. At first she didn't know who the person was because his face is facing away from her, but after a few moments she realized it was Aoyama. Aoyama, what are you doing? Ochako asked as she was confused of the boy's behavior. I could ask you the same thing, mademoiselle, he responded. She realized she was in the boy's side of the building, so technically it's even weirder that she was there that time of night. What? I'm in the wrong side, am I, silly me? She hoped it would at least get away from the awkward situation. Don't worry, Uraraka, I know, remember. She realized Aoyama was the first person to know Ochako's feelings for Izuku. You caught me, Ochako replied in defeat. I saw you last night, mademoiselle. You were crying in Midoriya's room. I'm sorry, I did not mean to eavesdrop. No, it's okay, Aoyama, really. I'm sorry if I disturbed you, she added. A moment of silence enveloped the two until Aoyama spoke. Uraraka, I'm sorry. Sorry for what, Aoyama? She became more confused by the situation. Aoyama fell to his knees facing the ground out of shame. I waited for you so I could apologize. I'm sorry for causing the pain you are feeling. If I wasn't too afraid, Midoriya could have been with you now. It was my fault, Mon Ami. He now lies unconscious for 2 months. Ochako was dumbfounded. She didn't know that the incident that occurred during the war still haunted the person in front of her. She couldn't hold back her tears. It wasn't your fault, Aoyama. I never blamed you for what happened to Deku. And I know he wouldn't too, she reassured as she picks Aoyama up. Aoyama knew that even through all the things he did in the past, even though the consequences of his choices still haunt him, his friends never blamed him. However, this moment was a revelation for Aoyama. Seeing the person who should have felt the most contempt for him never harbored any anger towards him was more than he could bear. He began to burst into tears. After the heartfelt conversation between Aoyama and Uraraka, they went unto their own dorms, although Uraraka slept in Izuku's. Soon after, morning came. When Uraraka got out of Izuku's room, she was surprised when she saw Aoyama again waiting for her. Aoyama, what are you doing this time? She asked. I just wanted to thank you for last night, Mon Ami. He gave her some expensive cheese as token of gratitude. Thank you, Aoyama, but you don't have to do that, she smiled. No, mademoiselle, I insist. He then bowed his head. She accepted his gift and went down to the common area. Just on time, Uraraka. Breakfast is ready, Sato smiled, greeting her. Good morning, Sato, Ochako greeted back. The class shared a breakfast of miso soup which Sato prepared. You've outdone yourself once again, Sato, Tokiyami praised. Promoted stories. You'll also like My Hero Academia, Overcoming Fear. 7.5K 422. Since Hikari was a little girl, she's been afraid of using her mother's quirk. All her life, she's only used her father's quirk, because she was afraid of becoming like Traitor, Villain Deku. 137K 4.2K. 3 teenagers, Izuku, Midoriya, Fumikage, Tokiyami, Denki, Kaminari are villains in a world where heroes and villains exist. They're assigned a task to go into the Presti. BNHAX Fem. Reader Onishots. 64.9K 968. This book is about Boku no Hero Academia X Fem. Reader one shots. There will be Girl X Girl and Boy X Girl one shots. I am also including Class 1B and some of the pro heroes. The Eternal One for all temporary hiatus. 3.6K 100. This story follows our main protagonist Shiro, who, up until now, did have the best type of upbringing. From his parents avoiding him like the plague, to an older sister. Yagi Izuku more than a quirk. 3.3K 140. This is the second book in a 4-book series. Be sure to check out the first before reading this. Yagi Izuku pushes himself to his limits every day in hope of becoming S. Anti-hero. 26K927. Yaoyorozu Momo. Bakugo Katsuki and Todoroki Shoto are top students and unlikely friends from UA Academy, a school in an alternate Japan that has 80% of its entire popul. I remember you, izuocha. 60.3K 920. Unfortunate timing leads to Deku moving to America on his own, much like All Might. When he returns, Class 1A gives him death glares. Was it because of Ochako? You're a master chef indeed. Iida supported. Everyone praised Sato for his cooking. It was a delicious breakfast. They even finished the whole feast with no leftovers. So girls, are you ready for a shopping spree? Mina cheered as she opened the front door. Yeah. All the girls cheered. I'll buy lots of dresses and swimsuits, Hagakuri giggled. Swimsuits. A certain grape-haired guy shouted. Oh man, Mineta you pervert. Hagakuri yelled. This will be an awesome DA. Before he could finish, wrapped him in tape, once again dragging him away to the living area. Never mind him, you guys enjoy with your shopping, Zero remarked. Thanks, Zero. Ashido responds as they exit the building. Denki, come on, the girls are waiting. Jiro called for her jamming Ye boyfriend, who was putting on his shoes. I'll be right there, let me tie my shoe first, Kyoka. You're coming with them, Kaminari. Mineta shouted inside the tape cocoon. You lucky bastard. Of course he's coming, Mineta. He's with Jiro now, remember? Kirishima reminded as he passed by Skip to the mall. The girls are at the department store together with Kaminari. They are looking for dresses. How about this, Jiro? Kaminari suggested, taking a flower-designed dress. You have no idea what kind of dresses she likes, do you? Mina whispered. None whatsoever. He responded in defeat. Wait here. Mina grabbed Jiro and pulled her to the fitting room, leaving Kaminari confused. Prepare yourself, Kaminari. Ochako smiled. What do you mean? He asked. Just wait for Jiro. Yaoyorozu said, smiling at Kaminari. So what are you buying, Ochako? Asui asked. I don't know, Sue. I don't really have any preference. I'll help you choose. Momo volunteered. Maybe we can choose something you can wear for when Midoriya wakes up. What, why? Uraraka turned crimson by the comment. You know, so when he wakes up he'll get flushed like he always does, Ribbit. Asui chuckled. Wait. Kaminari heard the conversation. You have a thing for Midoriya. Why is Kaminari so dense? Hagakuri thought. Uraraka turned crimson once more, but she soon calmed down. Denki realized something, so he asked. Wait, is that why you weren't around yesterday? You were in the hospital visiting Midoriya. Yeah. The yellow-haired Pikachu realized the weight of this information. Uraraka, I'm sorry I didn't realize it sooner. He bowed his head. You must be having a hard time because of Midoriya's condition. You don't need to apologize, Kaminari, it's alright. Uraraka smiled. You're not gonna tell the other guys, right? Asui asked. I won't, I promise, he assured. Don't worry, Uraraka. Midoriya will wake up soon, he remarked while he offered her a fist bump. Moments later, Kaminari, your lady awaits. Mina teased, grabbing his arm and pulled him to the fitting room. Ta-da! She cheered. Kyoka wore a beautiful dress that is white below the waist, outlined with black in the edges, and blue above the waist. Mina, I told you not to bring him here, Kyoka remarked, smiling shyly. I thought you said he wanted to come so he could help you buy things, Mina teased. Jiro looked away in defeat. So what do you think, Denki? She asked her speechless boyfriend. Wow, Kyoka, you look beautiful. He praised. Jiro blushed because of his comment. He held both of her hands. You should buy it, it looks good on you, he smiled. You guys look cute together. Momo teased. I'm a bit jealous though, I wish I have a boyfriend, she whispered to herself. If you ask Todoroki, maybe you'll have a boyfriend, Hagakure chuckled. Toru. Momo yelled as she realized she was heard. Ochako was surprised by this. She asked, You have a crush on Todoroki, Momo? Why didn't you tell me? We're close, you know, she joked. No, no, no. I don't, ha. Toru. Momo yelled at her laughing friend. Wait. A certain Pikachu heard the conversation. Yaoyorozu. You like Todoroki? Kaminari asked, surprised by the current development. Yaoyorozu was embarrassed that one of the boys knew her secret. Toru. Momo. I'm sorry. Toru chuckled. Don't say anything, Kaminari. Wait, why? He asked. He was overwhelmed by the girl's revelations. Just don't. Mina added. If you don't say anything, I bet Jiro will let you choose her bathing suit, she teased. Kaminari's eyes sparked. My mouth will never say a thing. Mina. Jiro yelled. The girls then proceeded to the swimsuit section. You guys go ahead and try on the bikinis, I'll cover Denki's eyes, Jiro stated. Kyoka, you're not trying one on. Kaminari sighed in defeat. An earphone jack suddenly zapped Kaminari. Why did you do that for? Kaminari asked, still lying on the floor. That's for being a moron, Jiro exclaimed. Yeah, I know, I know. I still love you though, Kaminari grinned. That comment made Jiro turn red. Moron, she smiled. The rest of the day was all about fitting and buying, with Kaminari becoming a valet for shopping bags. When they got home, it was already night time. Hey boys. Mina greeted. Ashido. How's the shopping? Kirishima asked. Very productive, thank you very much. Kirishima noticed that the girls are not holding any shopping bags. Wait, if you guys went shopping, where are the bags? He asked, confused with the situation. Kaminari entered the building, carrying tons of shopping bags. This was Ashido's doing, isn't it? Asked Kirishima. Yep. Kaminari replied, trying to catch his breath. I thought so. Kirishima looked at Mina and chuckled. So guys, what's for dinner? Mina asked. Blank, underscore, blank, underscore, blank. Author's note. Thanks for reading, guys. If you have any advice for me, please don't hesitate to tell me. Any kind of feedback will be helpful.